What's going on, guys? My name is Aldeniro, and welcome to episode 66, I think this is, of the Midnight Hour. If I sound ill, I'm really ill, but I don't sound ill in the podcast because it was recorded a few days ago and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, if you want to discuss the podcast, go to reddit.com/r/midnight hour. Some great gentleman has made a Midnight Hour subreddit, and I'd really like to see some activity there. I responded to someone's comment the other day on it, and it was a really nice comment, and I just want everyone to say nice things about me. No, just kidding. It is just a good place because the fact that the podcast is now on two separate platforms. If you're watching on YouTube, I'd rather you listened on SoundCloud. The link to that will be in the description. You can also download it from there if you're on a computer. If you don't want to do that, cool. You can download it from, all of the other places where people download YouTube videos from in a dodgy way, and that's totally cool too. This episode is myself, Loosemore, and Jack Brown, who I think first came on the podcast on episode 19 and have been recurring guests ever since, and I think they're just both hilarious. So anyway, this episode, as you can tell from the title, is going to be about the creepy clown craze, but also about a few other things. It was kind of thrown together at the last minute, so if it sounds, jumbled up and disjointed, that's why. But it's the third episode in a row, so deal with it. There will also be another one next week, which is already recorded. Pre-planning, people. I'm also joined today by Jack. No, I'm not, because he is suspended indefinitely for breach of contract. He was seen partying in a nightclub at 6 a.m. on tables with lots of dancers, which is just something that we don't allow on the Midnight Hour. I was doing loads of meth, yada yada yada, you get the deal. Anyway, the intro will play. It's the intro from Stranger Things, as long as I haven't been prohibited from uploading that by copyright and such. And then Loosemore will do his own intro, because what usually happens is I type something in the chat and he has to read it without giving it any thought. And it's just a fun thing. Gives Loosemore something to do. He loves it. And I've rambled on for way too long already at the start of this, so I'm just going to play the podcast. Hope you guys enjoy. If you do, leave a like, leave a repost, leave a favorite, leave a comment, add me, follow me on Twitter, donate money to my PayPal, and send me cash in the post. Peace.
No power in the verse can stop me.
What's going on, guys? Here we go. I got it back.
Go.
What's going on, guys? My name is Eldeniro, and welcome to episode 682 of the Midnight Owl. I'm joined today by Satan and his son, Satan's son, Junior of Satan.
You did well to hold that together for so long.
I like the way I put in the word owl instead
I
of
lost
hour.
it Midnight Owl.
Yeah, but like...
Because the way he says owl sounds more like hour than it did when he tries to do an impression of you.
When English people say hour or owl, it is actually not possible to tell them apart.
Owl, hour.
Well, you're from Essex, so...
Owl.
So you get the hour.
Or owl. Yeah, well, fair enough.
You say human, so you're relevant.
Can I, reintroduce you because we can do the whole...
My name's Ho.
H to the O... Yeah. Okay, I'm joined by Loosemore.
Yeah, hello.
And Jack Brown.
Alright.
Jack Brown, when's the last time you were on the podcast? 97 or...
Something like that, yeah. So much has changed in that time.
How have you been?
Well, I've been ill.
Yeah.
Only for last weekend. I've got AIDS or something.
Okay. Is it like
that's me.
Is it like a cold, or are you dropping some sick rhymes? And...
Oh, bit both.
Yeah.
I'm a better rapper with a nasally voice.
That's right. I've heard you spit before.
Yeah, I laid down some lines. I did.
Yeah, and then you snorted.
And then I snorted most of them.
Yeah, classic Jack Brown. He's just a cheeky chappy from Essex with a serious coke problem.
People from Essex doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, people from Essex are all the same. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, we're pretty similar around here. The same way that people from Norfolk like fuck each other and that.
Now that's true.
Yeah, no other region contains people that are actively engaged in sexual relations with one another. That's just not a thing that happens outside Norfolk. It's the only sexually active city in all of England. So.
It's the Paris of North England.
It's definitely not in Norfolk.
I can't confirm or deny that.
If I was to go to Norfolk, would I go up from Essex? I do, don't I?
You go up to go most places.
I'm north-east-ish, sort of.
Yeah, you do go up, yeah. But not very far, Jack.
Sort of ramble for an hour, and you're kind of there.
Yeah.
I find English geography to be really simple. It's just London is the south, and anything not in London is north. Like Bournemouth, for example, or Portsmouth, or Southampton. They're all north of London. Because they're in the north.
Is that true?
London is the most southerly point of England, and it's where all the ports are located. Whereas
it is.
Southampton is actually in the north.
Yep.
So surprised.
These are all definitely true facts.
Yeah, no, definitely. Oh, I forgot to introduce our other guest, Russell Crowe.
I thought you
was preparing your voice. When it was all silent, I thought you was going to go.
Yeah, speaking of which, I'm going to start at the very start of these shows from now on when there's Loosemore and Jack are here. I'm going to ask a question that you guys have asked me to ask my guests.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Anyway, you can tweet me at TMH Podcast on Twitter. That's where the best place for tweeting, usually. It's where I do all my tweets from. And today's question comes from Sam, and I want both of you to answer it sincerely. And he says, what kind of preparation goes into this show? And then in brackets, lie to make it sound good.
Well, I mean, we had a full discussion last week, didn't we? With graphs. And
we had a meeting.
We had a meeting, yeah. We had a Skype video chat about that length, about what we were going to talk about.
Weirdly, we actually prepare in Google Hangouts.
The weird thing is, I got sent an article from Elle. How long was that? That was 40 minutes ago, and I haven't opened it yet.
Speaking of which, right, 40 minutes is how long it takes Loosemore to eat the chicken that he had cooked an hour previous to that. This is a man who started cooking chicken at 6 o'clock, and it's now 7:45, and Loosemore has just finished.
I finished at 7:30, but famously I do leave the chicken in very long.
Famously?
Yeah,
he's known all over his town.
Yeah.
Oh, it's chicken boy.
Yes. Yeah. It's leave the chicken in too long, boy.
It's burnt chicken boy. Burn him.
Yeah, I prepare with a series of meditation techniques. I use guided meditation. Then I like to do some short spells of sensory deprivation for several hours. I like to paint. That's definitely one. I like to just wear sunglasses and look at myself in the mirror. I find it's good for the soul.
Yeah.
And other than that, I guess I just like to wear things on my head, like headbands, hats, bandanas, things of that nature. And that's how I prepare for the midnight hour every week. And I recommend you do too.
You really took the lie to make it sound better too seriously there, I think.
Well, I think I lied to make it sound worse, actually.
That sounds like a terrible
because really, it's not great that you put all that preparation in and we still come up with the dog shit that we come up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speak for yourself.
I am.
Okay.
Correct, he is.
Yeah.
So, shall we start the podcast? No, just kidding. So, the first topic for this week is...
Oh, was that the question? That was the only question?
Oh, well, do you want another question?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't feel like you answered that question sufficiently at all anyway. I think we just made fun of you for your culinary, disadvantages.
Yeah, I remember doing that.
There's some heavy questions.
Not really.
Leave that for me. I'm the serious person.
Okay. Do you want a serious question?
Of course I fucking don't.
Okay. So, what's the deal with all these clown sightings turning up all over America?
Is that the serious question?
That's my question to you now. I
Clown
want you to
lives
solve
matter.
America's clown problem.
It's just America. As I said earlier, it's just America, isn't it?
aren't they just clowns about anyway? Just in general? Or is it one of these things where they exist, like, one or two happened, like, weird shit with clowns, and then because it's news, other people think it's funny to be clowns?
Yeah,
Like,
it's not that this stuff hasn't happened before. Like, you're always browsing Facebook and there's some video comes up of like someone dressed in a clown suit, like pretending to hide a body for like some prankster's Facebook page or something like that.
There was one in Northampton a few years ago, like a Northampton clown, and it was just
They're all
spotted.
fucking clowns up there, though.
Whoa! To be
Got
honest,
him.
I've been to Northampton, and it is a grim place. So maybe that person was just trying.
I've been to Rochdale and Scunthorpe.
Okay.
This isn't even a Tiny Temper song.
What's the worst town in England?
Scunthorpe. It was dreadful. I've been to Doncaster as well. It's just nothing.
Leeds is pretty bad. I think we're just up north, really.
I like Leeds. I think Leeds is fine.
Ugh.
Coventry's pretty grim.
We got lost in Leeds trying to find Manchester.
You got lost in Leeds trying to find Manchester.
We were trying to. We had the sat nav open, but we put in the wrong postcode and took us to Leeds instead of Manchester. And we were trying to beat the sat nav time by as much as we could, and we kind of didn't stop to think about where it was taking us.
Oh wow!
On
How
a
many
lesser extent, that's like exactly what happened with Christopher Columbus.
That was the weekend we got banned from every Premier Inn in the UK. But
Okay.
that's a story for another time.
Why don't you tell me that you have content in your brain? Well, I'm scouring the internet looking at articles about clowns, and you're like, yeah, I drove to the complete wrong town one time, trying to race a fucking sat-nav. And then I got banned from England's premier hotel chain.
Did you ever do that if you're at the sat nav on, just try and beat the time it says?
No, I've never used the sat-nav in my life.
Don't, you get lost.
I don't need to. I know my way around everywhere.
Yeah, but Ireland's like a small island, isn't it?
Ireland's like, yeah, sure, why not?
Disagree.
You could probably fit it into England.
Many times over.
No, you could just fit it into England, that's all I'm saying.
Oh,
Um,
so yeah, small.
so why did you get banned from all the Premier Inns?
Oh, that's a long story.
Okay, well, we
Then
have
you
time.
should-
One of our mates.
We have an hour.
What?
That's just it. He was in the bathroom, and he sort of called us in, and we sort of look at him, and he goes, "Watch this," and he just punched it because hotels have got like this sink. The mirrors go from like the sink all the way to the ceiling.
Yeah.
He just watched. He said, "Watch this," and just punched it, and it all shattered and fell everywhere. And he had a massive cut in his arm, and they banned us.
Wow.
Yeah, so it wasn't really my fault.
It's not really a long story either. Loosemore died.
It kind of isn't. It is a long story.
Yeah.
I mean, does he have a previous to punching mirrors, or is it just like...
No,
So
usually punches
one thing.
humans.
Wow.
Okay.
He does seem like the kind of
He's a
guy.
very decent individual.
He does seem like the kind of guy who would go to Leeds while trying to go to Manchester.
It was a coke fest. It was a coke fest.
Okay.
Okay.
That explains it.
So anyway, speaking of clowns,
Yeah.
yeah, it's probably just one of those mass hysteria things with copycats who think it's funny and all. But what's amazing is that 32 states have reported these creepy clowns, and it's not just people dressing up as clowns, and that's the whole gimmick either. It's people dressing up as clowns and like sending death threats to specific students and teachers across university campuses and things like that. Like, it's proper fucking,
It is obviously like the first few people that did it. They did it as like probably a social experiment, and then the first few after that, it's just people like copying it for a laugh. But then obviously some weirdos who were actually weird got hold of it and started doing it.
Yeah,
and they're the ones who are stabbing at people. Like
Yeah, actual clowns are getting real bad.
people who be you can't turn out to a kids' party nowadays
No.
without trying to lure one into a forest.
What I love is like the police being like, well, some of the arrests were clowns, but the rest are just hoaxes. So What is an
Like,
actual clown? At what point does it stop being a clown? Like, no, that's not a real clown. That's just a man dressed as a clown.
His feet aren't big enough. Then go.
That's just a man.
Get him out of
That's just a man dressed as a clown.
there.
Yeah.
Waste of time.
A fucking 10-year-old got arrested in Alabama for going around dressed as a clown threatening people.
I mean, if it was a couple of weeks later and it was Halloween, like
This was one of the
half the
first
country
ones.
would be in jail.
Like, a 10-year-old being arrested for making clown threats.
Halloween at the end of the month is going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
A little 10-year-old running around going, I know my rights!
There have been 9 clown-related arrests in Alabama so far, and 7 of them are facing felony charges. It's just people dressed up as clowns.
Am I being detained?
Yeah, and some of the, some students are getting text messages saying, like, are you ready to play? And stuff like that.
Clown up, you're going out.
Yeah.
Get your makeup on.
Well, like, it's interesting you say that as well, because there's Facebook pages made in, I think it's Arizona, where one of them is called Ain't Clowning Around, and the other one is called Not Just Clowning Around. And there are 2 sets of groups where they're putting out threats to people, like, that they know and stuff like that, on these anonymous Facebook pages where it's just a clown. I just think it's a bit mad. You get into Florida, like, that should be where the real clown stuff is happening.
I mean, Florida's weird. Isn't it probably the most bipolar state in the whole country?
Well, the thing about Florida is that whenever there's a case or whatever, all of the information is freely available to the media, so they can report on all the findings of the case, whereas in most states that doesn't ever happen because of privacy laws and things like that.
But I mean, in terms of, like, isn't, like, even, like, politically, isn't... It's like very 50-50 Democratic and Republican.
Oh, possibly.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, Florida's one of the swing
North
states.
Florida is a lot different to South Florida.
Yeah. It's one of the
It's
swing
South
states.
Miami and all that, don't you? Yeah.
I mean, there's some of the videos of the clown things are actually fucked up. Like, it is definitely people who are like, let's make this a phenomenon, or, you know, like, let's spread the hysteria.
It's like a meme, but one it's real life and it's gone too far.
It's a real life meme.
Yeah, it's just gone too far.
It is, yeah. Well, like, yeah, it's collective hysteria that's entered public consciousness, and now people are like, well, let's be important or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. What I love, though, is that the mainstream media is reporting it as these people were arrested for making clown threats. Like,
Clown threats.
because that term is fucking incredible.
Oh, make a balloon animal.
Yeah.
Yeah. He honked his nose in a really violent way.
He made a balloon animal of a knife, but it was actually an elephant. It's just that all balloon animals look the exact fucking same. But the, I don't know, the one from Kentucky was the one I first saw. It was reported on BBC News, and the dude looks like a member of Slipknot or something. Like, it's really fucking weird. I don't know.
That's like, why do people get hold, like, why?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was hoping that you would have the answer to.
Yeah. Why?
Why?
Was the whole reason that I started this podcast.
I ask all the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, there's been, like, lots of arrests, lots of like real reports, and lots of video evidence to support all of that. And I don't know, it's pretty fucking weird.
Can you call this podcast Clowning Around?
I can, and I will.
Nice.
Right, I'll probably
that's our
call
contribution. I'm going to shoot.
Insane Clown Podcast instead
Nice.
of Insane Clown Posse.
Get that clickbait.
Yeah, no, I got it. Yeah.
The great band from Michigan or wherever they're from. Who cares? But yeah, I think unbeknownst to many viewers, a lot of our listeners are actually concerned parents. So I think we owe it to society to come up with a BuzzFeed-like list of reasons or things that would suggest that your son is a clown, you know? Like, 25 ways to know that your son is a clown. Yeah. So...
extensive makeup.
Yeah, that's definitely one. Write that down. Extensive.
Big feet.
Yes, that's two. That's good. That's good work.
Well, big shoes. feet.
Yeah, not necessarily big feet. I actually hear their feet aren't as big as the shoes make it look like.
No, I read that as well. Yeah, I think it's a rumor that apparently
Apparently, their feet aren't the same length as the knees to the feet.
no.
Wow, that's
It's
crazy.
like a right angle if you look at it.
Yeah, big red nose. I mean that's one.
A high interest in balloons.
Yeah, yeah.
Frequent kids parties.
Yeah, that's one.
As a
Definitely.
kid, that's what you got to watch out for.
Yeah.
Frequenting other kids' parties.
What about multicolored clothes
Or
No,
hair.
yeah.
or hair too? Yeah,
Multicoloured curly hair.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The hair is a big thing, I think. It should really be a
it's
dead
what
giveaway.
makes someone mostly like a clown, really, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah. Like even the Joker, the world's most famous clown, he had blue hair or green hair, and also dressed like a clown, and is a clown. Isn't that weird? The Joker's been a clown this whole time, and I've only just realised.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, it's a bit deep, isn't it, as a topic?
Yeah, a bit too deep for this podcast, anyway.
Loosemore knows a lot about the Joker. Can you confirm or deny this, Loosemore?
He is a clown. Yeah.
That's the
But also
confirmation.
he's a Joker, like the Joker.
Is his
card.
backstory that he was in the circus or something like that?
I think I don't really know, to be honest. Like, there's different backstories, isn't there? Like, there's the one from like the Michael Keaton Batman, where like the Joker was the guy who shot his parents, which isn't like doesn't make a great difference. Why then? Like because they explain like he just fell in a vat of like green acid, and then he became a clown, because that's what happens every time to all clowns. You go to a kid's party and you ask about the history of the clown, how he became a clown. He's like, "Oh, I fell in a vat of acid."
Yeah,
That's what happens
right.
to all these acid attacks. I don't really get their skin burnt off. They just turn into a clown.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it is
Where
a
did the
strange-
Joker originate from?
I just asked
Like,
that. Like,
not as a character, but the actual a Joker.
oh, well, I would assume it's from like back in the day when they had,
Medieval
jousting
times.
tournaments,
Yeah.
and you'd have the Jester and the Joker.
Oh,
and they're
right, yeah.
different in
Yeah.
some way. But like clowns are weird. I think it's really weird that clowns have managed to stay relevant. I've never laughed at a clown in my life.
No, the thing about clown is
I think
when you
yeah,
become
it's
an
stayed
adult-
relevant after like movies, especially like that depict them as like
The
crazy.
thing about them is, even as an adult, clowns are still scary.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, inherently scary. Wherever they could be laughing, and it would still be it's a scary image.
For
Why a
sure.
kid going to McDonald's, I'll never know. It's the chicken legend. That's why I go.
Yeah. There's been schools closed down because of this. Like, when I was a kid, one day it snowed, right? And over the weekend, these scumbags had come down to the school and smashed all the windows. And it snowed, so the pipes had froze. So there was no heat coming into the fucking room. There was no windows in the room, and it was snowing outside. And we still had to stay in school. Nowadays, it's like, oh, there's a bit of water in the school kitchen. No school today.
It's slightly different nowadays than it was back then.
Yeah, I know, but I want some like retrospective time off school. You know what I mean? I want my principal to like call my work and be like,
you want to be reimbursed for your time off.
yeah, exactly. I want my time off in lieu. Like I just want the principal to call the school and be like, look, El De Niro went through some shit, and you got to give him like 5 to 9 days off over the next few weeks. And
What the first they call you work and like go, Eldon has been through some shit. He goes, oh, yeah, we can tell. He's from the streets.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Just
But
look at him.
this clown thing has now reached the critical mass of incidents, and 1,000 people in Ohio, in Pennsylvania actually, sorry, 1,000 people went running through the streets looking for clowns.
See,
They
this is where
caused riots. The police shut down streets.
it's so American.
They're looking for clowns.
What if there's some guy? What if there's a clown at a kid's party? And he's
Yeah,
just
what
like,
if there's an actual clown?
trying to work here?
Just a horde of people beating the shit out of people. Or,
Fire on sticks and
yeah.
burn him.
It's so, like, isn't it really weird how in America there's, like, two completely different cultures that rarely overlap. You see a little bit of overlap when the presidential election period is on. Mostly it's just like, well, the white folks close down streets chasing for clowns.
Yeah.
And the black folks get shot by the police. And that's pretty much how it works around here. Really strange.
Clown lives matter.
It's crazy that no clowns have been shot, especially in,
It's a matter of time.
I don't know. I think
Yeah, I mean, I
because
think
in that
the
country,
concerns with the federal government was saying that like that people take action like into their own hands, and there'll be a spout of like clown murders because people are just.
see, in that country, that's the only country where obviously you got self-defense and that, but that's the country where self-defense means shooting someone with your pistol. So if you got a clown that's coming at you and you get your gun out, you think it's going to attack you, you can shoot him. So that's why there's going to be fucking shootings and stuff.
I was at a 40th birthday party 2 weeks ago, and there was a guy there who was a former cage fighter, and like he was hench as fuck, and he sat next to me, and I started talking to him, and I was like, I bet you I'd beat you in a fight, and he was like, I bet you wouldn't, and I was like, I bet you if I had a gun and an 18 feet distance on you, and the gun was loaded and it wasn't going to jam, I bet you I'd beat you in a fight. I was like hammered. I think I was on like my seventh point.
This is why you don't make friends.
Yeah, I know.
this is you never said hello to him, this is what you said.
And the guy goes, yeah, that's probably...
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
You've got a gun.
I just thought I would tell you guys that story. I said that to a fucking cage fighter. I am just a dickhead. Like, I don't know why I am.
What you are.
Yeah, there are so many things that I choose to be that I just don't understand why I do it. But yeah.
One of them being a clown.
In Tennessee, a week ago,
Christ,
two guys dressed as clowns robbed a bank.
Well, that's not as unusual as.
Because people have robbed banks as clowns before, sure.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
Isn't it great though?
Oh, it's great.
I mean, it's amazing.
It's
yeah.
I'd love to be in the bank when it happens, just to witness it.
Would you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just imagine them like to begin with. They just think they're clowns, like ready to take money out, just like ready to do a deposit, and then suddenly like they're like, oh shit, we're getting robbed again by clowns.
Yeah, people were just going. They're just two blokes going to a kid's party. To do a bit. They went to get some cash out because they needed to buy the balloon animals, and they thought they was robbing them.
Yeah.
They probably had guns in them, which didn't help. But
it's America, open carry.
You're going to a kid's party. You need protection.
Yeah. Those kids could be armed to protect from school shooters. So.
I'll protect my family.
It does all make sense. Here's a blow-up gun.
It's a real gun.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, the clown thing anyway has just blown my mind. I've just been frantically searching Twitter all the time, looking for different stories about clowns. I don't know.
America's the only country where this thing happens.
The Penn State thing, the Pennsylvania, the 1,000 people.
1,000-man mob looking for clowns. Fucking hell. The biggest thing is, with 1,000 people in this town, at least one of them would have been someone fucking about as a clown.
Like, what are they gonna do when they catch it?
Just looking around like, forgetting
well, what do they do when...
Oh man, Loosemore's having a hard time here. But I didn't catch any of that. The call cut out.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine for me.
Me and Loosemore were a right old chat.
Yeah. We're discussing how well the podcast is going so far. It's pretty good.
Should we talk about something else?
Yeah. What else is happening?
Well, Kim Kardashian got robbed.
Oh yeah, she did.
That's pretty shit. $11 million in jewelry they made away with.
I don't understand.
That's crazy. And two smartphones, which has provoked concerns that there'll be more like leaked naked pictures and stuff like that.
I mean, it's not hard to get naked pictures of Kim Kardashian,
It's
is
not,
it?
not really a concern.
No, I don't think she's like that bothered about naked pictures. I mean, really. I mean,
You've seen what she wears in public nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. It's barely clothing.
It's a bit of Fred.
Yeah.
A bit of Fred.
The most
Flintstone or
60s
Durst?
ever.
A bit of Fred Durst. Everyone's got a little bit of Fred Durst in them.
Kim Kardashian with a backwards baseball cap. And like nothing else.
And a half-assed career. Yeah.
That's actually... I can live with that image. So, yeah, pretty fucked up though. Like, two guys dressed as clowns. That's not really what happened. Yeah, the clown thing has gone as far as Paris, France.
Yeah. Kim had a really expensive clown outfit stolen.
For real though, it's a pretty fucked up thing to happen. I think it's great the way Kanye just went, alright, I got a family emergency and left.
Yeah, it's fine.
He's
human, isn't he? Like,
yeah, exactly. And like, everyone's like, what a fucking dick. And
oh yeah. There's his fucking wife being robbed by people with guns and he's supposed to say, nope, got a gig.
Play good life. Yeah. Yeah.
It's just mad. Like,
It's just a crazy amount of money for jewellery.
Yeah, that's. I wasn't just gonna say. So she got robbed. Anyway, FIFA 17 is out. No.
With celebrities, isn't like when they get all jewelry and that, half of it isn't. They don't actually own most of it.
No, I guess
They're given
the jeweler,
they
so they
them.
can get like recognition of the celebrity.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. So someone asks what jewelry they've got on, and they'll say, "Oh, it's this person's."
Yeah.
Not saying it belongs to them. It's if this person designs.
Or say like she tags it on Instagram or some bullshit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I do know like that when famous people want a thing, they just tweet like, ah shit, I broke my thing, and then a company's like, oh, you want some of our thing?
I tried that the other day. I thought, oh fuck, my Ferrari broke. Can I have a new one, please? Thank you.
Fuck, my $1 million in cash mailed to my house broke.
My cash broke. Can I have more, please?
Yeah, but if you were famous, you would get a bag of cash.
What was it? It's like 4 people dressed as police or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. I've read reports though that it was 2, so I don't know.
Which is how I guess it works. Like, if people have got, they've got guns as well, which I assume most police in France do nowadays anyway.
The guys definitely did. I don't think French police are actually armed.
They're not carrying.
I don't think Kim had a gun. I don't think she had.
No?
She had a gun made out of jewels that was stolen, actually, so that's quite an insensitive thing. No, I think the French police are actually armed.
Yeah, I think nowadays it would be.
Yeah, possibly.
Given last year or so.
But yeah, like, I can't, apart from stuff like, like when, I don't know, fucking Pepe Reina's house gets robbed, or Di Maria, like, every now and then a footballer will get their medal robbed or something, but you don't often hear of a celebrity
being robbed.
Yeah, that much.
Not while they're awake anyway.
Yeah.
You can hear about their house getting burgled and stuff like that.
Yeah, when Drake and Future got robbed when they were on tour a couple of months ago, their tour van got robbed of like millions of dollars worth of jewelry, which is similar to this. No, it was something like a couple of $100,000 worth of jewelry, as far as I know. But yeah, 11 million is so much, man. Like,
it's just a lot of money.
Do you know what I don't understand? Why is jewelry so precious and valuable? Like, what is it about gold? Because you can't do anything with gold.
There's no use to it, is there?
Like,
No.
it's not.
But you can't really understand how it got this value in the first place,
Yeah,
apart
exactly.
from being used for jewelry.
Like, I get that
But
diamonds.
we give everything a value in the first place. Like, it's the same with money. Like, it's just the same paper as any other paper.
But money makes sense because
but a £20 note is not even a £50 note. It's just a different number. It's the
I
same with
understand that, but I mean that makes sense even because it's
it's to represent an actual value.
Yeah, like it has a purpose in the world.
It doesn't. Its value is what it is. It's a £20 note. It's
whereas-
worth
But then
£1. A
more
diamond
gold,
doesn't
more
have.
gold is more valuable. Like a bit of gold is quite valuable. And then if you have 2 bits of that,
But
it's
what I'm-
twice.
But what I'm trying to say is why. Like, I know why a Ferrari is valuable is because it's this really, like...
It's a sum of all its parts.
Yeah, exactly. And also, it's like a symbol, and it's got, like... And I know there's a lot of that with gold and shit like that, too, but I just don't get why... Like, you can't fucking do anything with it. Like what? Like nice necklaces and shit. Like is that why is that? I just don't understand.
A lot of it is like, it's that was it. It's just weird how it got the value in the first place. Apart from this looks nice in some jewellery or something, put it in there, and then there's obviously a limited amount. But there's a lot more gold than people think there is. Like,
it is crazy when you think about it, like that. For years we've like invaded countries over shiny jewels, and you think really
don't have any actual use.
Yeah, it's like you've
Not
got
a use that you need to have anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also weird the way back in the day it was like, if you invaded a town, as long as you took the castle, then that was it. Like, you owned the whole town.
Yeah.
Because of what it represents. Like, oh, they've got the castle, I need to move to France now.
I'll give up.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna jump in the moat.
But yeah, that's, I just don't get why
a lot of money for gold. I understand it. I mean, 11 million again is a lot of money for like jewels.
Yeah.
She's carried that with her, so unless of course she has gone to a jeweler in France and been
well,
like,
yeah, she's in Paris, right? So
there's bound to be some expensive jewellery.
But also, she's going to be attending how many like fashion things and like wasn't she doing some filming over there as well?
Yeah.
Like you just gotta represent, you know, cash, money, bling, bling, dollar, dollar. That's what it's all about. That's what the industry is. That's what Loosemore tells me every day.
That's the tweet every morning that I send to Elle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every morning, 6 a.m.
Yeah.
He doesn't even schedule it. He just wakes up to do it.
Loosemore doesn't even tweet. I think Loosemore hasn't sent a tweet since like July 2015 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I don't tweet as much as I used to, but you're on a different level, Loosemore.
The only thing you tweet, Jack, is like, oh, well, here's a different variation on my fuck West Ham stance.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm quite proud of most of them, though.
Everything you say is about West Ham.
I'm looking at, like, my Twitter page is, I mean, it's genius.
Are you having fun watching West Ham fail to play the West Ham way?
Oh, I love it. It's my favourite thing that's ever happened.
I don't get why they don't just play the West Ham way. Like,
I did some numbers the other day. I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, I said if it's because of the stadium that West Ham are in meltdown, it has to go down as one of the best taxpayer expenditures of all time.
I see what you did there.
I did. That's what I did.
One of my favourite tweets from you is when Britain voted to leave the EU on Friday and then got knocked out by Iceland on Sunday, and you were like, haven't been this ashamed to be English since Friday.
That got some decent numbers, that did.
It did, yeah, that's a really good tweet.
Classic England. What a terrible weekend for England that was.
Yeah.
It wasn't great.
I haven't recorded a podcast since then.
Yeah, that's true,
At least.
yeah. Well, because we had to fill out the fucking permits now for you guys since you left the EU.
Yeah, we have to send the tapes over.
Yeah, that's right. More on that later.
From that tweet, I just remembered a reply I got. It just some American bloke replied to me. I can't remember. It says, "Do what? Now you know how the Patriots felt in 1776. Why should Britain pay for Greece? Get a grip with reality, dude."
Wow. Well, that's enlightened.
I just replied, "You right, mate?"
I assume you've since changed your stance and.
I agree with him now.
Yeah.
Greece.
Proud to be English.
Go Patriots.
Yeah, absolutely.
New England.
So FIFA 17 is out. We all have it. Let's just put that out there before we get all high and mighty about how we're not buying it this year.
Have it.
Will we start a clubs series this year?
Of course we will.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Loosemore hasn't replied yet. Loosemore suspicious quiet on this.
Well,
situation.
I mean,
how much more chicken you got to cook?
I'll take part if I'm Loosemore the striker. Loosemore the striker, I'll take part.
Yeah, you'll be Loosemore the striker. I'll be Eldeniro the false 90, and Jack Brown will be any.
Oh god, it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's so terrible.
We're gonna have fun though.
It's such a terrible game.
It's actually alright. What do you, Loosemore? What do you think about FIFA 17 so far?
I actually don't mind it really. I think it's okay. It's not like I don't think it's as bad as what FIFA 16 was when that first came out.
I think it's worse.
Really?
I think it's fucking terrible.
It's such a dross game. Absolutely fucking dire.
I do genuinely believe that it's a bad game.
Well, you played Pro Evo, so I mean, I guess you got that to compare with, I guess.
No,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't compare it. But you compare it to the last FIFA game that came out.
I can compare
The
it
last
to.
FIFA game was shit.
You can
This
compare it to
FIFA
actual
game-
football. Like,
This FIFA game is shitter.
yeah.
If I compare FIFA 17 to snooker, I'd say FIFA 17 is like marginally worse.
If
no.
I was to compare it to being waterboarded by some American prison officers
By some American clowns, let's be
as
real. Here.
American clowns at Guantanamo Bay, it's slightly worse.
Yeah, I think I'd go along with that.
It is-
What's the soundtrack to the waterboarding?
What do you mean?
Like, what are they blaring into your ears while you get waterboarded?
Probably the dulcet tones of
Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers, yeah.
Yeah.
Then I think I'm leaning towards FIFA 17.
Nickelback.
Oh, Jesus. The GOAT band of all time.
Goat band. Remember you got hate off that Twitter account? Was it you?
No,
Was
it was Codaline.
It was Steve, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, there was like an
Oh,
interview. There was like an interview with Codaline, and I think Mark just went, "Look, man, we're not fucking Nickelback, all right?" And there's this Nickelback fan account that has like 400,000 followers or something, and it tweeted out, "Fuck Codaline."
As if any of their 400,000 followers knew what they were talking
Yeah,
about.
I know.
As if it was a scandal.
Yeah, amazing. You gotta love a good scandal.
I do love a scandal.
I love a scandal when it involves Nickelback. Like, I'd love to
Especially
find
if
out, like,
a death.
the death of a member of
The
Nickelback.
death of Nickelback.
Yeah, I mean, that would work. Or if, like, they broke their guitar or something like
Or
that.
their neck.
Yeah. Alright, this is getting grim. We're gonna be arrested for clown threats eventually. But no, for real though, FIFA 17 is, like, bad.
It is dreadful.
I think you just have to, with FIFA, like, you just have to accept it's gonna be terrible, isn't it?
It is what it is.
Like, I haven't enjoyed a FIFA game consistently since, like,
Since 2012, I think.
12 I think was probably the best one, yeah.
Yeah.
It was the last
Whichever
sorta-
was the one that like started to beat Pro Evo. Was that FIFA?
As 11, maybe?
That was 10, I think. I think 10 took it from Pro Evo.
Right. Yeah.
I got Pro Evo all the way up to 09, and I remember 09 just being the exact same as, like, 07, whereas Pro Evo 5 is, like, the best football game of all time.
It never improved, did it?
No, I don't think so. I think it's the most accurate, like, simulation of actual football, too.
I was reading something about FIFA the other day, and let's talk about, because the one thing that does me in on that game is the tackling,
Yeah.
and how you don't win the ball. You win the ball, but you don't get the ball after that. It's not how it works. And someone said that if every tackle you made ended up being a loose ball, the engine couldn't handle it. So
Yeah.
it has to choose somewhere to go that's either off the pitch or in the vicinity of a player.
Yeah, you can tell stuff like that with FIFA too. I mean, the fact that the keepers still don't run out to keep the ball in play and, you know, stupid shit. I bet you any money that they will patch this game within the next 2 months and the ball will default to the offside player again.
Oh yeah,
It's like
That's
all they know about
But
making
last
games.
season though, last year, like, it was a good game until they patched it,
Yeah, it was, and they didn't have that stupid default to offside player.
and then they
thing either.
patched it, and that's what was happening.
It was the first thing that I noticed when they patched it, yeah. It was a joke. I guess people figured out how to exploit it, and they were like, alright, let's just use the FIFA 13 game engine for the,
Let's just
for
patch
the
it in.
fucking 5th year, whatever.
Someone just then around. What happens if you put the FIFA 13 patch into this game?
Yeah.
And they just did it.
Yeah. And then we got FIFA 17. Frostbite engine, feel the game. Such a fucking piece of shit.
Fuck this
Um,
game, alright.
We're obviously all gonna get COD 4, are we?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Why did you cough?
Why are you getting so emotional about football?
I do get emotional about it. I mean, the memories, you know.
Is COD 4 the best game of all time?
No.
No, but it's one of the most enjoyable games, I think.
I think the most fun I've gotten out of any game, like the game that I got my money's worth the most from, is
Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 2, yeah.
I cannot wait for that to be remastered.
Yeah, I can't wait till 2019
2 years time.
when they bring out Call of
Should
Duty
be
12.
2018, shouldn't it?
Call
What
of
year are
Duty.
we in? 2016.
Because 2017.
There's a 2 year gap between the two games.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be 2018.
2017 is going to be like World at War remastered.
Yeah, so it'll be 2018. You said 2019.
Well, I meant 2018.
Yeah,
so.
but you're a fucking idiot.
But
World at War remastered. I'll play that. World at War was a good game.
No, it was not.
It was.
That's a lie, I think.
I think you're lying.
I think you'll find that that's actually a lie.
I think you'll find that this is down to opinion. So
No,
yeah.
it's not actually.
No, it just is. You always do this. You
That's-
you never let opinion come through. You're so biased. That you're a prick. This is what you do, though. Someone has an
I
opinion,
know.
and you totally put them down when it's their opinion.
I know.
You're wrong.
It's absolutely what I do.
It's so annoying.
But Modern Warfare 2 is objectively the best game ever made, for
In
my
your
money's
opinion.
worth.
Don't say for your money's worth.
Oh, God.
But I do agree, Modern Warfare 2 is the best of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just making the point that World at War was not a bad game.
World at War was a game. Alright, I will concede.
I'll accept that opinion.
It was a video game.
Yeah, it had a worldwide release, and people purchased it. I don't think that that's a thing that you can deny. Like, that much is true. We agree on that. You know.
Yes, I will go as far as to agree with that.
Okay.
Christ, you fucked me right off.
Oh dear. What are you most looking forward to in COD 4 Remastered?
All of it.
See, I've watched footage of it, and it looks the exact same.
Yeah, but it's not. It's going to be the exact same, isn't it? Why would they change
which
it?
is like what you want, isn't it? But I do wonder, is having 2 frag grenades good?
I don't think we're really going to notice.
Really? I think you will. Cause, and also martyrdom, that's not good. Could fucking do without that.
Yeah, I mean, there was stuff that would be annoying. Like the same way that there's stuff on Modern Warfare 2 that was annoying. But then, we've said this before loads of times, that Modern Warfare 2 is about all of us playing when there's a group of us playing. It was objectively a good game, but it was a terrible game at the same time.
Oh yeah, it was the worst.
But it's just about people you play with and your memories of that game.
I think we should all tweet Robert Bowling right now and say...
I remember I tweeted him some abuse years ago, I think.
I remember, like, we went back on Modern Warfare 2, like, in 2014 or something, and there was a guy using one-man army danger close and blowing us away, and the two of us tweeted Robert Bowling and said, hey, I think you should check.
We should patch it.
Yeah, I think you should patch it.
I
think there's a flaw in your game. There's some glitch where people can continuously spam noob tubes and get nukes.
I mean, that was so terrible.
I know, yeah.
It was so fucking good at the same time.
Yeah. That's the thing, like, what I love about Modern Warfare 2 is that it's just so chaotic. Like, I remember getting Harriers 3 times in a row. I went 21-3 off of just Claymores, nothing else. Like, that's like what you're dealing with, you know? It's just playing on terminal.
It used to be so good, like, but we go into, if we weren't doing search and destroy, we'd all go into a free-for-all.
Yeah.
And just do a free-for-all between us all. And do the stupid off-flight, like the private game and stuff like that.
Mike Myers and...
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah, that was fun. I miss Ground War as well, like, with like 9 of us all in a Skype call.
Yeah, we had to use that sometimes.
Yeah.
Most of the time there was like 5 or 6 of us.
Yeah.
There was Net with his fucking riot shields and...
Yeah, Nep with it.
We used to do whole sessions of destroy games with riot shields. Like, what was we doing?
Yeah. I remember Nep used to always put a suppressor on a shotgun and it really annoyed me.
It's a shotgun. Like.
Do you not know what a shotgun is for? Like, if you're using a Spas 12 with a fucking silencer, you're doing it wrong.
I mean, everyone was using a Spas 12, but no one had a silencer on it.
That's the thing that's annoying too, though, is that in Modern Warfare, when it comes out remastered, the Spas 12 is going to be a primary.
Oh yeah, because you have 2. You can have a You had 2 primaries in that, basically, didn't you?
Yeah, on Modern Warfare 2, they were like, yeah, you can have a shotgun as a secondary. It only went up as far as shotguns, or you could have like the Uzi. I think that was a primary weapon.
It was.
Remember, you used to use the mini Uzi with the thermal scope.
Yeah, because when we got hacked and we got all the stuff unlocked, we just tried making the most stupid things. Like the thermal sight with a fucking mini Uzi.
That was so. I love when we
So
play
dreadful.
when we play Search Destroy, and like Loosemore would be the last alive, and he's still in spawn on the ground sniping.
Yeah.
With the M21.
Never change.
That was like that fucking dreadful sniper.
Yeah, the M21. It's like the coolest gun in the game, but it's terrible.
Yeah, it was dreadful.
I think like one time out of all the times, I only did it once, where I was the last alive and I won the game. I think that I only did it once.
There was an unnamed person who used to kill themselves as who was the last person.
That was infuriating.
That was so bad. There's another one who is a close friend of someone on this podcast who used to just refuse to use his gun and tried throwing a throwing knife at every single person.
Oh yes.
That was fucking dreadful.
Yeah.
He would refuse to shoot his gun.
He used to. He thought he was Cristiano Ronaldo. Like, you know the way they get a set piece. Any team gets a set piece, and Ronaldo's like, "Well, I'm taking this." And it's like, "But we have a chance to score though." And Ronaldo's like, "No, I want to kick it into the crowd, so that's what I'm doing." That's what Ty was like. Yes, Ty, we're talking about you, you prick.
One every 100 times, he'd nail it, and he'd get that be his reasoning for doing it the next 100 times.
Yeah, he had no concern with winning the game whatsoever. He just wanted the kill cam, and like he would wait to be the last person alive, and then like come up against the bad guy, spin around, throw the throwing knife into the distance, and get blown away by a shotgun blast.
There wasn't the thing about it, there wasn't any bad maps in that game, really.
I like them all. Yeah, I even like the ones that they brought out along, like you know the DLC. Trailer Park was
it was incredible.
Incredible, great map. Feel I could take or leave, but I was fine with it.
I think actually I wasn't that mad about that one.
Yeah, like I'd skip it if it came up, but if I had to play it, I wouldn't mind too much. I liked
Terminal and all them. Fucking hell.
Yeah, Terminal. Even like Invasion was like better than any map from any game that followed.
Invasion. Yeah. I remember like every map had like spawn points where you could just get on a thing and snipe across.
I hated
that was Invasion.
From like Black Ops onwards, they took away your ability to jump up on things. Like there was loads of like things in the environment in Black Ops, like a table, and you can't jump up on it.
Yeah.
And then
the thing about Modern Warfare 2 is that if you spawn on Invasion, if you spawn like behind that house or behind that sort of garage thing, you could walk next to that tank, jump on the wall, and you could see straight across into the spawn. Like,
yeah, and there was also
two people on either side, because on the same side you can jump across as well.
On Skid Row, you could just shoot through the shutter door of that garage to spawn snipe people.
Yeah, Downpour as well.
Yeah.
Downpour, you just go into that middle bit, and if you had to have thermal on and that to do it properly. But
High Rise as well.
Yeah.
Really good, and like I wasn't a sniper at all, but I really enjoyed.
Everyone could do it.
Yeah, it was.
Not everyone could snipe as well as some people could. Like I got pretty good at it. Christian was good at it.
Yeah. You were actually really good at sniping.
Yeah, Christian was just like he is at every game.
Yeah, very angry all the time.
Yeah. Every time.
Yeah, he rages really hard. I was talking to him last week actually about me and him used to play FIFA like every single day, just friendlies against each other from FIFA 11 onwards. So for about 4 years, I'd say. I reckon we played honestly about 500 games, and I won 3 of them across 5 different FIFAs, four different FIFAs, and the 3 games that I won. Like, Christian was just raging so hard the whole time that I couldn't even enjoy like, I felt bad for winning, because he was like, it's fucking bullshit!
Yeah, because if you did win, it was a bullshit reason.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, I couldn't even enjoy my win or anything. But
because it gets so annoyed about it.
I called him out on it last weekend. And he was like, well, you shouldn't have fucking cheated to win then, should you?
That's his fault. You had to have cheated.
Yeah, there's no way that you could fairly beat me.
We used to play quite a few games.
Yeah, we did, yeah. And now we've restarted our 2v2 missions on it.
Yeah,
FIFA
that was
17.
dreadful, wasn't it?
Did you see I uploaded your Cruyff penalty?
Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't notice. I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's up. I titled it "How to Do the Cruyff Penalty."
Oh my god, that was hilarious.
It's one of my most disliked videos ever.
Is it? People think you're trying to be serious.
But it's got like 35 dislikes or something like that, which is like definitely more than I should have.
That's less than the podcast get.
I think I lost like about 50 subscribers that day too. But,
You got 2,700 views out of me.
yeah, that's right. That's what you're worth to me.
Did you have my voice on?
Mm-hmm.
You did? Oh, you prick.
What? It's really funny though.
Oh, it was hilarious at the time. We were dreadful that day.
Yeah, we were fucking really, really bad. It was good. Yeah, great times. I might start live streaming again with FIFA 17 so that we can do some 2v2 action.
Yeah, clubs would be good in live stream as well.
Yeah, but I prefer to put the videos up because they're so much better when they're cut.
I look at the comments of that video now. I saw people asking for pro clubs.
Yeah. There's only
are
like
we going to attempt
8
some
comments.
pro clubs
8 comments.
after this or no?
Yeah, we can do.
Possibly, yeah. That.
Should we?
Is that hook?
I think we're probably done with this episode. So the thing I
Has
want.
this even really been an episode?
No, absolutely not, and under no circumstances. But we're going to talk about Loosemore's GoFundMe page.
Oh yeah.
Oh
We've
yeah.
got someone to add in, haven't you?
And then we're going to invite in the guy who created it. Okay, so Loosemore, at the end of the last episode of the Midnight Hour, I jokingly suggested that we should start a GoFundMe page to get Loosemore a new laptop. Because Loosemore lives in like 1980 and
Narnia.
he's surrounded by mediocrity.
The job.
But some guy, some hero, some brave soldier made a GoFundMe
Bad of the people.
page. Yeah. And I'm gonna just read it out because it's fucking hilarious. So it starts off: friend of the show, Aaron Loosemore, is in desperate need of a new laptop. Okay.
Do you want me to read it?
No, I'll do it. I got this. His current laptop and microphone situation is placing heavy restraints on El De Niro, host and editor of the Midnight Hour podcast, due to poor audio quality. As Loosemore lives in Wisbech, approximately 30 years behind the rest of Great Britain, he has to export his audio via cassette tapes and mail said tapes to El De Niro in Ireland. So he can play them back through a cassette player and record this via his own microphone. He would be the only person in his town to have a functioning laptop that was made in this millennium.
These are all true facts.
I didn't read this far.
But we believe this to be entirely necessary in order for the podcast to continue. Loosemore is currently a vital part of the show, as El De Niro's regular co-host Jack is serving a ban for the use of performance-enhancing drugs, and the whereabouts of previous guests such as Jack Brown and ex-Gin Carter Dawson are currently unknown. So without this funding, the podcast may no longer be weekly.
What's the whereabouts unknown?
This would be a great shame, as the Midnight Hour podcast has been uploaded every week without fail since its introduction to YouTube in February 2014. Without this podcast, many of its followers would simply cease to exist due to their heavy dependence on the Midnight Hour for updates on the sale of Russell Crowe's beet farm and the world population of blue whales that, as we all know, is heavily declining day by day. The funding of this laptop would allow the podcast to continue being made consistently, which could even mean that El De Niro reaches 33,000 subscribers on YouTube for the 5th time in his channel's history.
Haven't you done that loads? Yeah, haven't you?
Yeah, 4 times. In order to keep this podcast going, we need the entirety of our £600 goal to be raised by Tuesday night, so Loosemore can order the laptop and have it arrive in time for the next recording session on Thursday. It would be incredible to see people, SEA people, donate to our cause, and any contributions would be greatly appreciated.
Amazing.
Yep, it's phenomenal. Absolutely amazing.
I mean, the first person was Eugene, obviously.
Yes, someone has donated £10.
It's the first person Eugene who will never be allowed on this podcast.
Eugene the Big Dog Bradley. Happy to help such a #noble, #cause, #big dog.
Yeah, take his own name, Big Dog.
Alright, well, we get the creator of the GoFundMe page.
We haven't spoken to this person, as people know.
I've
like...
never spoken to this guy in my life. I just thought this would be very funny. I really hope that he is a good sport. So
please don't be 8 years old.
Yeah, that would be. I will delete you from my Skype.
Where was his dad answers?
That will be an interesting plot twist.
What if he's a clown?
Yeah, that's what I'm terrified of. If he's a clown.
We didn't think this through.
No. We just start applause.
Yeah.
Yay!
Hello.
Alright. Man of the podcast.
Yeah.
Man of the year, I heard.
His name is Aaron, because if you want to come on the podcast, you have to have the name as another person who's already been on the podcast.
You have to need to be Jack or Aaron, that's how it works.
Where's that at El De Niro on Twitter? Can you get him on at some point?
Yeah, I've tried. His Twitter has just succumbed to some phishing scam, and now he just tweets about surveys and shit. So.
I think I once tweeted Jack Brown on Twitter, and he didn't reply. I'd say fair play to him.
I messaged El De Niro on PSN and asked him if I could buy his PSN name, and he said, yeah, $100,000. And I said, alright, give me your PayPal. And then I gave him $1, and he messaged me saying, lol, there's only one El De Niro, mate, and it's not you. So, that was me.
If I go on Twitter and search my name with West Ham next to it,
yeah,
the amount that comes up, oh, there's hundreds.
I searched my own name and put Hail Satan 666 after it, and that's all I ever tweet EA is to imply that they're Satanists somehow. So Aaron, you created this GoFundMe page to bravely get Loosemore a new laptop, and how has it gone down?
Well, we've had one donation.
Yeah.
Which was surprising.
Yeah, no one expected that many.
I mean, was it the £600 that we needed?
One person
not
did.
quite.
No.
We got 10 quid.
That's not bad.
That's halfway there.
Who does that go to, though, to be fair?
Do you get to keep that?
Do you keep
It might go to me, and I'm quite worried.
Do you know what? I don't even... That's fine with me.
I'm not sure if that's fine with Eugene the Big Dog Bradley, though.
Trust me, it will be.
No,
We know who it is.
He's fine with it.
We know who it is.
Yeah.
He's not allowed.
I would like to get him on the podcast right now, and for him to argue with Aaron to try and give him
Don't
his
get
tenner
back.
back.
Go on.
I don't think he'll join.
Nah, he shouldn't be allowed to be on the air anyway.
I'm just gonna
Also,
add
his
him.
audio is terrible.
No, his words are terrible.
But yeah, just
No, his audio is really good now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So what are you gonna do with your £10?
I don't know, man. Like, my headphones broke the other day, so
Well, perfect.
Yeah.
it'll go with that, I guess.
You know
At
who
least-
else needs new headphones? Loosemore.
That's true.
It's not true. He needs a new microphone. I think you should use that £10 to buy him a new microphone.
You could give him that £10 to help him move out of Wisbeck.
I think he's gonna need more than that.
He can move into Wisbeck for that.
He
amount of
could move
Sell it to
somewhere else
Setback.
in Wisbeck.
I should leave my house and move somewhere else in town.
money.
Is that something you'd be willing to entertain, or
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just floating ideas about.
where are
Well,
you
I-
from, Aaron?
I'm from Oxford.
Where's
Oh, I get the whole username now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Where
that's
is
an in-joke no one will get.
I think I've been there.
Have you done coke enough?
I think it's on my way to Leeds.
It's not.
No, this is probably why I was there.
I thought you were also from Wisbeck because it says in the thing that you're from
Yeah,
Wisbeck.
I did that, and then that was just for the
But
for this GoFundMe, and then I made my account and put Oxford, and it broke my account.
Okay.
the Wisbeck, everyone from the country knows Wisbeck is Wisbeck. It's a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it did ask me. It asked me for like a specific address in Wisbeck, and I don't know any. So
Tesco's.
You,
Don't.
Mr. Tesco in Wisbeck.
I understand that you put in Wisbeck, and the GoFundMe thing it automatically starts up a GoFundMe to get you to move out of Wisbech. I think that happens if you...
Previous suggestions.
Yeah, if you go on and say that you live there, GoFundMe is like, oh god, this is
Double.
yeah, this is an absolute travesty.
You get put on the front page.
Yeah, they were very happy to find out I actually live in Oxford. So.
Yeah, lots of smart people go to university there, as I understand it.
I mean, I don't actually live in there, like outside, but it sounds better. So
you don't even live in Oxford.
It's like me saying I live in London.
Yeah, it's like me saying I live in England.
Yeah, but you clearly don't.
It's not like that at all in any way.
It's not at all. You're in a totally different country. He might just be a town outside Oxford.
So
Where is Oxford?
This is the first time we've ever had a fan on the Midnight Hour, apart from Jack Brown and Luce Moore's laptop.
I'm not a fan.
And Luce was laptop.
I'm not a fan of this podcast.
You can't even say the word podcast, pal.
I said podcast. Because that's what it feels
It
like.
sounded like you said pidcast. Yeah. So what inspired you to make this GoFundMe page? Were you just so touched by his bad audio?
Yeah, well, I heard you say it in the podcast, and I thought I've got nothing better to do at 5 a.m. on a Sunday morning. So
You want a coke bender like me? I'm not being funny though. This Aaron has got better fucking voice quality than everyone else.
I know.
That's really annoying.
I have like an €85 mic.
Can you donate your laptop? Rather than 600 quid?
Do you want to
No, I
host next week?
I am using like a somewhat studio mic. Like it's not just my
You
laptop.
mean laying down some bars?
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
No, it's like I was gonna make YouTube videos like ages ago, and then didn't.
And then
So-
you sort of held near, you thought, better not.
Yeah.
You
Can't
were
compete
inspired by me to not make YouTube videos.
Can't compete with that, Ross.
You would not be the first person to be in that position. I keep on telling myself I'm coming back to YouTube.
Oh, please don't.
And then I'm like, nah, just...
Well, I mean, I
You
did
would-
make a series on that like Ultimate Team World Cup they did on FIFA 14. So if I did, I'd sort of be coming back to YouTube. But those videos don't exist anymore. So
How many views
Your
did they
your
get?
one bit of FIFA content in the last 3 months has been me missing a penalty.
That's great footage.
do you reckon that Craze penalty is actually possible?
Yeah, I
If
don't
you
know.
miss badly enough.
I was thinking about it today, and probably not, because I tried to move my player forward, and it wouldn't let me.
This was when was this to be played? Was it Saturday?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking hell, we was dreadful.
Yeah.
The game was dreadful. The game is dreadful.
Yeah, one of the worst games ever.
Every year they manage to do it.
Right, I think
It's admirable, really.
to end the thing, I'll just invite Eugene into the call, and he can like say a thing.
It'll be, you'll never be allowed on air again.
You'll have to call him. I love so much that his picture is Chris Benoit.
Is this like that drama alert on YouTube?
Yeah.
We got two people coming in who's going to have a feud.
Let's get right into the news.
To the news.
He's making so much fucking money.
Of course
He's
it
not
is.
going to answer the call.
Nah, just hang up. It's not happening.
That was going to be a...
Do you want me to debate myself for the tenner?
Yes. I actually, yeah, that would be amazing.
I didn't plan this. How am I going to structure this? Yeah.
Going
I want the £10 for headphones and shit.
You've convinced me.
Yeah.
It's going well.
Yeah.
Well,
It's not
I think
easy.
we should keep
And then have I got to now like pretend to be Eugene, the big dog Bradley?
Yeah, I'd like to hear you just attempt his accent without having ever heard it before.
Do you have an idea where he's from?
Where's he from?
He's from County Wexford.
That's really helpful.
Hmm.
It's Ireland. Does he work on a farm or something?
No.
Where have I got that from?
It's just racism, I think.
It could be.
Jack's like, does he deal with potatoes? No, Jack. I'm being racist.
Did he bomb a police officer? No.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Fucking hell, Jack.
Oh, it's good to be back. What was the last podcast I was on? Don't believe the hype. No. What is our culture? Probably not. Football hooliganism.
Probably not.
It says cultural legacy. I wouldn't have thought I was on that one. It was the football hooliganism and America's gun problem.
Oh yeah, you fucking killed it on that episode.
Yeah, I think there's only comments about how good I was.
No.
Okay.
All right, let's end this podcast right now.
Thanks for coming on, Aaron.
Yeah, really appreciate it.
No
First
worries.
time we've ever had a fan on the show.
Probably the last.
Yep.
Don't want to hear anyone say that I'm not a man of the people, because I am.
This is the People's Podcast.
Yeah. This is the podcast of the people. What did you do to prepare for the podcast, Aaron? That was the question that we all answered at the start.
What did I do to...
Also, you have to lie to make it sound good.
He accepted a
Oh,
friend.
okay. I was just going to say I waited half an hour after you said you were going to add me to the call.
Yeah. You know whose fault that is? It's the other
know what?
Aaron in this
You
call.
understand when you listen to the podcast who's fault
Yeah.
that is.
Fucking Loosemore took like an hour and a half to eat some chicken, so...
No, it was us taking an hour and a half to cook it.
No, it took 45 minutes to cook it, then I
45
procrastinated for a
minutes?
while.
Was you doing it with a fucking hairdryer or something?
Loosemore, I got home at 6:10, right? I defrosted, cooked, and ate chicken, and was ready to record at like 10 to 7. You started your chicken at like...
I get distracted very easily. I don't know what you want from me.
Fuck.
Alright, this has been a fucking shambles. See you next week.
For more shambles.
For more, for actual podcast next week.
Why are we not on it?
Whoa, why would you jump to that conclusion? I mean, you're not, but...
Why?
Am I not on it next week?
No, the week after.
Oh, fuck me, there's a schedule now.
Yeah, that's right. You gotta stick to the schedule.
Fuck off, there's a schedule.
You wanna play clubs?
Yeah.
Of the same thing I'm thinking of. This is the first part of love. I came to call your name, miles and miles away, long distance, heart on the line. I hear you breaking up. What was that you're saying, love? Now that I know, I know. Until you return to me, until you return to me, I will keep this lonely beat until you return to me, until you return to me, until you return to me.
Hope you guys enjoyed that episode. If you did, please leave a like and all that stuff. SoundCloud links, everything else will be in the description. This song is called Sketchy. It's by Brian Fallon's side project, Molly and the Zombies, whose tracks I quite enjoy. There's only like 4 of them. But it's called Sketchy, which mirrors our upload schedule. And it has the whole Till You Return to Me, which is a song that you all solemnly sing in hope that Midnight Hour will be, consistent once again, which it is for the 3rd time in a row. So this episode was kind of thrown together at the last minute. I want to say on a serious note, you would want to listen to next week's episode. It's no disrespect to like every other episode up until now, but next week's episode is probably the best episode of all time. So that will make it 4 out of 4. Hope you guys are happy with that. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like. That would be awesome. I've been El De Niro. Thanks for watching. You didn't watch shit. Thanks for listening. Fuck this.
Until you return to me, until you return to me, I will keep this lonely beat until you return to me, until you return to me, until you return to me. I will keep this lonely keep this lonely beat till you return.